Hello, today I'd like to show you how to do a cake plan, a technical drawing. So I'm going to show you how to do a top view, which is at the top, and a side view, which is lower down. So top view of the cake, so we've got cake here, top view of the cake, and the side view of the cake. I'm also going to show you how to do the board view. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to show you what equipment I've got. I've got a compass, a ruler, 12-inch ruler and a pencil with a rubber. So I'm going to, first of all, divide my paper in half. Now this design needs to be very neat and very well presented. So I'm going to divide my paper in half. I'm going to mark it halfway and I'm going to do that all the way up so I can get a nice straight line. You don't want the cake design onto one side of the paper. Then I'm going to put my ruler in level with those lines, dots. And this line needs to be nice and faint. I'm going to press quite hard on my pencil to do this so that you can see. But this is only a guideline. So this line will need to be rubbed out. So just a very faint line to be rubbed out. What I then need to do is measure my cake. So I know my cake is 7 inches across the top, which is 18 centimetres. So it's up to you how you work on that. So I need to open my compass to half of that measurement. So if you're working in inches, 7 inches, half of 7 is 3.5. So you can see I've got it on 0 and I've measured it to 3.5. So that's the radius from there, so there's the radius. I'm then going to put my compass point on that line of guideline I've drawn, and I'm going to take my compass around to draw the top view of my cake. So that's the circle. I'm just going to press quite hard so that you'll see. Okay, so I've now drawn my circle. So that's the top view. Now I need to draw the side view. So using guidelines, I'm going to measure out. So it's 7 inches or 18 centimetres. So 7 inches, half of 7 is 3.5. So I've got the 3.5 on that centre line. And I'm just going to draw a line across. So that's my 7 inch across the cake. The depth of my cake is approximately 7 centimetres. It's between 7 and 8, but we'll do 7 centimetres. Let's measure this again. Yeah, it's 7.5 really, allowing for that little section there. So that's the depth of my cake. So I'm going to measure that across so I can get it nice and straight. And again, I'm going to make sure that's nice and even. I'm then going to draw the line coming down the side. Okay, so now I've got the side of my cake on view, so a section of my side. Now I need to draw the board. So from here, so what you're seeing is the side and then the edge of the board. So my board is 11 inches, which is 28 centimetres. So 11, half of 11 is 5.5. And I'll just bring that out to the 11. And drum boards about half an inch deep. And then that can go across there. So I've got a 18 centimetre cake going across, 18 centimetre across here. The depth of the cake is 7 centimetres or 7.5 centimetres. The board going across is 28 centimetres, and the depth of the board in centimetres is 1.5 centimetres. Okay, so I've got my basic plan for my cake. Now I just need to adjust a few things. Now if this was a royal icing cake, I would have a nice sharp side, because a royal ice cake has got nice sharp sides. But this is a sugar paste cake, and as you can see, it's quite round on the edges. So I'm just going to draw in the edge of my cake to get that curve. I can then rub out that corner, and because you've done your pencil lines nice and light, you'll be able to rub them out no problem. I've pressed a little bit harder on mine so you can see it, so mine's not rubbing out that well. Then I can remove this centre line that I use for guidance, so that can be rubbed out all the way up. That pencil line can be rubbed out. What I then want to do is at the top, perhaps, put my name, title of the cake, and the date. So write your name, title of cake, sugar paste seasonal cake, and the date that you're doing it. You also want to write up here and say that's the top view and this is the side view. It's also a good idea to write on the measurements, and you can also do the measurements of the board. So I'm not doing lines across the cake, anything like that. I'm just making reference on the side. So I've labelled this now. So I've got Karen Riley, sugar paste seasonal cake, the date, top view, 7 inches, 18 centimetres, side view, 11 inches, 28 centimetres board. So that's all the measurements I need to put on. So I've got my rounded edges, I've got my board view, the side view of the cake, and the top view. What I need to do now is show you how to draw the top view of the cake with the board. So looking down on the cake, so it's a matter of looking down on the cake and what you would see on your board. So you can include the information there. So again, I need to divide this paper up so we can get it in the middle. And again, this line is a guideline, so it needs to be nice and faint. This can go in the centre, so it's 18 centimetres, so I'll measure half of the size of the cake in the middle. So that's the top of the cake, and now I'm going to draw the board. So I know the board is 11 inches, so I open my ruler to compass to 5.5, and I'll put the compass in the same hole that I made when I drew the top view. Again, I would put my name up here. Again, seasonal cake, sugar paste seasonal cake, and the date. I would also say that this is the board view. You don't need to say the measurements because we've already said the measurements on the other one. So when you come to decorate this, you wouldn't include any of the decorations in that centre part. But what you do is show that any decorations that you've got on the board. Okay. So there we have it. There's my top view for the board and the top view, side view of my cake. Okay, thank you.